Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm in the process of finalizing my book, and you know, yeah, I like to come out and sit in the garden because there's just so much inspiration out here. I had the great privilege of finishing Baked in Pain, my first book, when I was in. I actually went to Florence on a solo trip. Um, and it has you just need spaces that inspire you to just keep pushing. So I know that finishing touches to a book can take forever. Any writer knows that. Just when you think the book is finished, then you're like, no, not yet. But one of the reflection points, as I'm writing, in fact, and just thinking about um, my own life is that we have this coping mechanism, uh, where we say words like, I was beaten up as a child but I turned out all right. you know I guess we've had to use those words to deal with our trauma. Often people deal with trauma by camouflaging it. We didn't turn out all right. And whatever trauma you suffered, do not dishonor yourself in that process and that journey by saying you turned out all right, because you didn't turn out all right. And it's so important that we reflect on these life's moments, and how they show up, and how they influence how we show up. Because whatever trauma you may have suffered, you can't just say you turned out all right. And those demons, they sit in there. I know I am not all right. I didn't turn out all right. But every single day I seek God's face. Every single day I I wish for more prayers. Every single day I have to conquer something, you know? And it's amazing how, and I don't know if any of you experience the same thing, but it's amazing how when things are going so well and you're achieving so many things, then these demons want to stand up. I was just like, oh gosh, we've got so much to keep fighting through. So, whatever your situation is, whatever your circumstances, never say I turned out all right, because I think that's just avoidance. That's avoiding real work. That's avoiding sitting there and checking in what's happening, and just dealing with whatever trauma you may have had. So, it's okay to say I didn't turn out all right, but I'm working on it. It's okay to say, I have days where it's just a struggle, and I have to fight through it. And I think that's what it is. It's that every day we have to fight through whatever the impact of those traumas was. So I don't think we turned out all right. No, some of us have to fight way more than the average human being has to fight. And if if we don't honor that, if we don't tell ourselves every single day that we have work to do and that we want to be better, if we don't sit and just take a mirror and see what is sitting inside of us and how we show up, because all of these life experiences bundle up to be who we become. But we can change them. We can change who we become. We can change the narrative for our children. But let's not play play let's not play it so small and say we turned out all right. We didn't. Actually, we didn't. You know, we're a generation of people who did not turn out all right. We're doing our best, yes. We're fighting through, yes, but we didn't turn out all right. So anyway, that's just a reflection point, and I hope that in your own space you can reflect about where you've come from, and how it impacts the way you show up in everything you do. But I think the more you start to recognize your demons, the more you start to name them, the more you start to deal with them in a I wouldn't say in a more efficient way, because some days are better than others, but the more you can be compassionate with yourself and understand that you are on a journey, and it's not a journey that ever ends, you know, but you choose to be joyful, you choose to keep fighting, you choose to acknowledge where you've come from, and you choose to never give up, because giving up would be giving in, and that for me is something that we cannot do. That for me would be a sad wasted life. So I wish you nothing but God's love. I wish you strength. I want you to know I see you, I feel you, because I go through the same things. Um, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder is not something that, you know, you deal with it in an instant and it's gone, because some of these traumas continue. The people that may have perpetrated the traumas against you continue. They're here, they're everywhere, they live, you know. So we have to rise above that trauma. We have to take control of the impact of the trauma. But we can't do that if we lie to ourselves and lie to everyone and say, I turned out all right. So no, I didn't turn out all right.